October 30th. And now it's time for our main event of the evening, presented by Muscle Farm, fueling athletes safely. 5 rounds of fighting for the UFC Middleweight Championship as Anderson Silva faces Chael Sonnen.
Joe, you and I have had the honor of calling the majority of the greatest fights in UFC history, the most highly anticipated matchups in UFC history. We've said it many times before. We say it again tonight, like you said in Brazil, because it's true. This is the most highly anticipated fight in UFC history.
Yeah, this tops them all.
Yes.
It tops them all skill-wise because of the performance that Chael Sonnen put on in the first fight before losing. And it also tops them all because he has just talked an incredible amount of trash. Obviously gotten under the skin of Anderson, gotten Anderson to be uncharacteristically vocal in insulting Chael Sonnen and talking about all the damage he's going to do to him. This is this fight. This is the biggest fight in UFC history. Skill-wise, build-up-wise, insult-wise, all the above. It's got everything we need.
Chael Sonnen has said if he does not win tonight, if he does not beat Anderson Silva and become a world champion for the first time ever, it will be all for naught. That's what Chael said. Anderson Silva promises that he will do things tonight that will redefine the sport of MMA.
Well, the real question is, was Anderson Silva in fact injured in their first fight?
Yes.
If you look at the way he was taken down, it almost looked like he offered almost no resistance,
Correct.
or very little resistance. Was that because he was injured? Was that a strategy? Or was that because of the fact that Chael Sonnen's power double is so good? Which it is. It's amongst the best in the sport. We are going to find out the answers to all those questions tonight, including whether or not the emotions that Anderson has been showing are going to aid him or hurt him.
To become a champion tonight, Chael Sonnen will need to defeat the greatest fighter in UFC history, a man who has never lost in the octagon.
Just like that! Man, that was impressive.
Anderson Silva is pound for pound the best fighter in the world.
Who can stop that man?
I would give everything I've got to be world champion for one night.
Chael hits him again, and again, and again. He's getting punished. He is getting beaten up. Watch out, triangle. It's a trouble. He's taking it all over.
I destroyed Anderson the first time we fought. This was not even a battle. I had 2 10-8 rounds. I knocked him down twice. I hit him 300 times. He hit me 10 times. I passed his guard repeatedly. I mounted him repeatedly. I am giving him the opportunity to redeem himself.
I don't know, maybe Chael have the mental problems. I finish the fight, I win. That's it.
Anderson Silva, you absolutely suck!
I don't like this guy. That's not a secret. I want to beat him up, and I'm going to beat him up. Again.
Wow, what a takedown!
Chael talk too much. I know you talk nothing. I'm the champion of UFC. I know change nothing. The guy's coming to fight me, talk, but inside the octagon is different.
This is a fist fight. He plans to hit me. I guarantee you I will walk through it. And this isn't about his moves versus my moves.
He's in position.
It's about my heart versus his heart. Who wants it more? Who can dig deeper? Who wants to leave here as the champion? That's it. This will all be for nothing if I don't win that belt.
the most outspoken and polarizing figure in the history of the UFC. For over 20 minutes, he brutalized the champion 2 years ago in the first matchup. Tonight, he wants to finish what he was unable to finish in Oakland, California.
I think Chael Sonnen is the greatest trash talker in the history of combat sports, perhaps the history of sports, period. But what really makes it special is that he backs it up with great fighting skills. He's an outstanding wrestler. He showed great boxing skills in the first fight as well. And he has taught
Chael Sonnen.
Silva as he comes into the arena.
It just continues to get better and better, but no one has ever been more dominant than this man. 14-0 in his UFC career. That is a record for consecutive victories. 9 title defenses, a UFC record. The highest striking accuracy in UFC history. 10-0 in championship fights. He won the belt in his second UFC fight. He looks to defend it for the second time tonight against Chael Sonnen. The middleweight title last changed hands in October of 2006. That's when it left Rich Franklin, and it has been around the waist of Anderson Silva ever since. His head movement is second to none, and he is angry. He is insulted, and he is more motivated than ever before. His good friend, Ed Soros, who has been at the end of a lot of the jabs from Chael Sonnen over the years, said, I have never seen Anderson like this before. I'm not sure exactly what is going to happen.
Yeah, and that's what we've been saying all week.
Right?
Like, Anderson Silva is a spectacular striker. His timing is second to none. He is just a real magician inside the octagon. An amazing fighter to watch. If you had to think what style you would bring into the octagon to compete against Anderson Silva, you would bring in the style that Chael Sonnen presents. We saw what happened in the first fight. We saw the success Chael had, but the bottom line is Anderson Silva won that fight. And he won that fight with his well-rounded skills. He won that fight by pulling off a triangle off of his back.
Which leads you to the question, Joe, how much more dominant could Chael Sonnen actually be? He brutalized him for over 4 rounds. He took him down continuously. He threw over 300 strikes, yet he could not finish Anderson Silva. How does he finish him tonight?
Well, Vinny Magalhaes, who is one of his jiu-jitsu trainers, has said that he believes that Chael Sonnen can submit Anderson Silva. Who knows, man? I'm just so excited that we get to see this right now.
As Anderson circled the octagon, even the commission made sure that Chael was well blocked. Celebrating a great week here in Las Vegas. Thousands of UFC fans meeting their favorite fighters. And now, those in attendance tonight and watching on pay-per-view get to watch this championship fight. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening, is brought to you by UltimatePoker.com. Visit to win your ultimate UFC experience. The champion is 37. The challenger is 35. The champion will have the reach advantage. With the official introductions, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Presented by Bud Light, sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, with Chairman Skip Avancino, Executive Director Keith Kazar, Commissioners Francisco Aguilar, Bill Brady, TJ Day, and Pat Lundvall. Our 3 judges scoring this contest at Octagon side are Chris Lee, Patricia Morse-Jarman, and Junichiro Camijo. Lead physician Dr. Anthony Ruggiero. And when the action begins, a referee in charge of the Octagon, Yves Lavigne. This bout is sponsored by Bud Light. Here we go. Dodge, the official automobile of the UFC, and Metro PCS, wireless for all. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a Valley Tudo fighter, holding a professional record, 28 wins, 11 losses, 1 draw. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of West Lynn, Oregon. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the challenger, Chael Sonnen. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a kickboxer and jiu-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record, 29 wins, 4 losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 184 pounds. Fighting out of Curitiba, Brazil. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Anderson, the Spider, Silva!
Oh, I was kind of scared. Mr. Silva, come over here, please. Mr. Sonnen. Protect yourself at all time, obey my command at all time. If you want to touch that, do it now, go back to your corner. Good. Give me the towel now. Give me the towel.
If they're going to touch in a second. Chael Sonnen.
Wipe him off.
Anderson Silva.
Anderson wiped Vaseline from his face with his fingertips on his arms and chest, and Yves Lavigne just wiped that off.
Are you ready, sir? You ready? Fight!
Once again, we are underway.
There's that power double, and he's down.
Tonight's clock brought to you by Bud Light. Here we go. Quick takedown by Sonnen. Chael Sonnen was all over Anderson Silva in round 1 in the first fight.
Anderson's doing a good job of covering up here, controlling the posture of Chael Sonnen.
In fact, he landed more significant strikes against Anderson Silva in round 1 of the first fight than any UFC opponent had in an entire fight.
Anderson's tying up the left arm with a strong overhook. Now he switches to the right arm. Doing a good job of avoiding ground and pound here. And Chael is slowly working him up against the cage. Anderson's also doing a good job of using his butterflies to stretch out the legs of Chael, put him in awkward angles. Now he's got feet on the hips, and Chael's trying to pass. The cage is in his way. Anderson stops in his tracks. Now he's in half guard. Now we will see if Chael Sonnen attempts this time to submit Anderson Silva instead of just ground and pound. As I said, he brought in Jiu-Jitsu world champion Vinny Magalhaes into his corner, into his camp, to help him prepare for this fight. We saw how good his submission skills were against Brian Stann.
Just boxing the side of the head of Anderson Silva, a technique he used in the first fight.
He's still stuck inside the half guard.
Go, guys, work! Anderson controlling the posture very well.
Chael is trying to get that leg free. He's trying to step over the feet of Anderson. You see, Anderson uses that pulled back foot, that hook, to hold the shin bone and keep Chael Sonnen's leg in place.
Can Anderson neutralize him enough to force a stand-up?
Knees to the body now by Chael, but they probably don't have too much steam on him because of the fact that his other leg is locked into position.
Be careful with you.
Anderson taken down somewhat easily early.
Go, guys.
Is this Anderson's way of telling Chael, all right, throw your best at me?
All right, now he turns his back to Anderson and holding on to an arm. Chael's got to work on passing that guard. Big punch from the top.
Anderson looking to advance his own legs. Good wrist control.
Chael's still stuck in that half guard, though.
He's been in top position for the majority of this first round.
Those were hard punches. That's the first time he got a free arm and really rained down some good shots. Left leg again, still caught inside the half guard. He's pulling his own foot closer to avoid the hook.
Let's go, guys, work!
Under 90 seconds here in the first of a potential 5. Posture controlled again by the champion.
Well, the real key to this, Mike, is that half guard, but he keeps bringing Chael's leg up and holding it and keeping Chael from advancing.
Silva pointing at his head, saying nothing.
Again, Chael still stuck inside that half guard.
There he got it. He's got time too, Joe. 45 seconds to work.
Be careful with your finger.
He's dropping his chest down on him, but unable to land some significant strikes.
He has the mount, but has not thrown more than 2 or 3 strikes or done any damage.
And he has not looked for a submission either. Those arms are outstretched.
10 seconds.
Still a dominant round for the champion. Excuse me, the challenger, Chael Sonnen.
Round 1 to Sonnen again.
Breathe, breathe. começar agora, já aqueceu.
Now you warmed up, let's start the fight now. Now we're starting the fight. Pay attention. He hasn't done anything. He has no chance of winning. Whenever he comes in, you got to meet him with a knee. And you got to feint a little bit more. Trust in your defend your takedown.
And there's the takedown. Beautifully executed by Chael Sonnen. Spent the majority of the round inside the guard, but eventually progressed to mount.
That takedown came 6 seconds into the fight. Again, Sonnen pushes forward.
Don't hold the shorts!
He said it amongst many things. I'm going to put my head in his chest. I'm going to put him on his back.
Look at this. Anderson has a hold of Chael's leg here.
Good knee by Sonnen.
Solid knees by Sonnen here, but
Let's go, guys, work!
nothing really damaging. Drops down. Anderson trying to defend.
Good old-fashioned American wrestler.
Good defense by Anderson.
Looking to take the fight to the champion.
Separation by
Don't hold
Anderson.
the shorts!
Silva trying to tee off now. Look at that. Chael will give him no space, Joe. And now Anderson starting to throw the strikes. Can he avoid getting taken down? So far. Wow, good takedown defense by Silva. And that
was
could be
something
an
that we
early
didn't
turning
see.
point. That is an early turning point in this fight. That's a knee.
Was that a knee to the face?
Yes, it was. That could be deemed a knee to a downed opponent. But the action continues. Anderson. Big right hand. Looking to finish the fight.
Chael's in trouble.
It is all over. Anderson Silva remains the UFC middleweight champion.
Wow.
Anderson Silva has defeated Chael Sonnen.
Let's take a look at that knee and see where that landed. And Chael tried a spinning back fist. He slipped. Nope, that's to the body.
Yep.
That's a legit technique. Got on top of him and finished him off. It was a body shot that did him in. A brilliant job by the champion.
All of that preceded by incredible takedown defense from the champion. Anderson Silva earns the victory in the biggest fight in UFC history. (15-0). 11-0 in championship fights, 10-0 since he first won the belt. And here is Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 55 seconds of round number 2. Declared the winner by TKO and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Anderson, the Spider Silva.
emotional Anderson Silva defends his title for a UFC record 10th time. His son's in the octagon with him, celebrating the joy of victory. He is the best of all time.
All right, I am here with the winner and still champion, as he brings Pedro Hizzo into the octagon to celebrate with him, and his boxing coach. Anderson, congratulations. Is this your most satisfying victory?
Yeah. Hey, please, ladies and gentlemen, this sport have time for the best sport in the world. Me and Chael working hard for the show, for all the people here. Please, this is it's nothing. Chael's fight together me, I fight Chael. We don't have problem. I don't have nothing for Chael. Chael respect my country, but it's fine. This is a sport. This is UFC.
Anderson, we saw an uncharacteristic amount of emotion and anger from you leading up to this fight. Is that all gone from you now that you have just achieved victory?
Nessa luta, nunca a gente viu isso antes. Agora que a luta acabou, não tem mais essa emoção toda.
Yeah, have big emotion. Yeah. Brazil! One second. Hey, one second. Pessoal, vamos mostrar que o Brasil tem todo mundo educado. Vamos aplaudir o cara também.
He said, let's show Brazil have manners, and I want everybody to applaud Chael.
Chael, thank you for fight, bro. Hey, se você quiser fazer churrasco lá em casa, eu te convido. Minha mulher cozinha pra gente.
He said, if you'd like to have a barbecue at my house, I'd love to have you over for a barbecue.
Ladies and gentlemen, the champion, Anderson Silva. Chael, this is obviously a disappointing moment for you. Give us your thoughts on the fight.
Man, they gave me the opportunity. Nobody owes me anything. I'm very grateful to be here, to have the chance. And it's a true champion, man.
You had a lot of success in the first round. You got a takedown. You controlled him. You got the mount. What was the thought going into the second round, and where do you think it went wrong?
You know, he got me with a good shot. I was on the ground. He got me with a good knee. And other than that, I'm just going to have to look at the tape.
Well, we would love to see you compete again. Thank you very much for all your hard work. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Chael Sonnen.
Chael Sonnen and Anderson Silva settle the score again tonight, and the bad blood seems to be a thing of the past. A very classy champion who defends his title once again and does it in definitive fashion, finishing Chael Sonnen in the second round. More than anything, Sonnen's dream of being a world champion is delayed once again, as Anderson Silva, the greatest fighter in UFC history, celebrates his 15th octagon victory. In the first round, Chael Sonnen was able to do his thing, but in the second round, Anderson used that great head movement, eluded the spin, and then got the knee to the body.
Nasty knee to the body, Mike, and then followed up with ruthless ground and pound, an elbow to the body, and then finished him off with punches that got through the guard of the wounded Chael Sonnen. Check out this right hand. That one clipped him. He goes down. And this is the finish. These are glancing, but that one lands. He's just trying to find the opening inside of Chael's guard. Chael's badly hurt from that vicious knee to the body, and Yves Lavigne had seen enough. Ladies and gentlemen, the most dominant champion in the history of martial arts, right there. That's the man. That is the greatest fighter of all time, period. Anderson the Spider Silva.
30 career wins, 23 finishes, 18 by knockout or TKO. Anderson Silva leaves as he entered the octagon. Leaves in the same fashion as he did the first time he fought Chael Sonnen. He leaves as the UFC middleweight champion. Chael Sonnen utilized his trademark style in the first round, but did no significant damage to the long-time champion Anderson Silva. And when it was Silva's turn to do damage, he did enough to stop this fight. Anderson Silva is still the best in the world.